Jean Piaget, born August 9, 1896, died September 16, 1980, was a Swiss clinical psychologist known for his pioneering work in child development. Piaget believed that the development of a child occurs through a continuous transformation of thought process. A developmental stage consists of a period of months or years when certain development takes place. Although students are usually grouped by chronological age, their development levels may differ significantly, as well as the rate at which individual children pass through each stage. This difference may depend on maturity, experience, culture, and the ability of the child. Piaget believed that children develop steadily and gradually throughout the varying stages, and that the experiences in one stage form the foundations for movement to the next. All people pass through each stage before starting the next one. No one skips any stage. This implies older children and even adults who have not passed through later stages process information in ways that are characteristic of young children at the same developmental stage. Throughout this video, we will cover Piaget's cognitive stages of development. There are a total of 4 stages: sensorimotor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. In the sensorimotor stage, an infant's mental and cognitive attributes develop from birth until the appearance of language. This stage is characterized by the progress acquisition of objects' permanence, in which the child becomes able to find objects after they have been displaced, even if the objects have been taken out of this field of vision. For example, Piaget's experiments at this stage include hiding an object under a pillow to see if the baby finds the object. Main achievement during this stage is object permanence, knowing that the object still exists even if it's hidden. It requires the ability to form a mental representation of the object.
Do you see the puzzle too? Looks like you're sitting on Hazel. Say, excuse me, you're sitting on my body. You were sitting on Hazel. Be gentle. Be gentle. Say hi, Hazel. Hi. We're gentle with Hazel's hair. Can we be gentle?
Children's perception in this stage of development are generally restricted to one aspect or dimension of an object at the expense of another aspects. For example, Piaget tested the concept of conversation by pouring the same amount of liquid into 2 similar containers. When the liquid from one container is poured into a third, wider container, the level is lower, and the child thinks there is less liquid in the third container. Thus, the child is using one dimension, height, as the basis for his judgment for another dimension, volume.
3 measuring cups here. There are water in these 2. Can you tell me if they are the same, or if one has more than or less than the other?
They're the same.
They're the same? Now I'm going to pour the water in this container, measuring cup, into this one. Can you tell me if they are the same, more than, or less than?
Less than.
Which one has less than?
That one.
That one has less than? Why does that one have less than?
Because it's bigger than the other one.
Which one is bigger?
This one.
This one is bigger? So now I'm going to pour it back. more than or less than?
More.
Which one has more?
Both of them.
Both of them?
The same.
So they're the same now?
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're the same. May I have this measuring cup?
That one can hold more and these ones can hold less.
You think this one will hold more than this? Let's see. Why do you think this one holds more?
Because it's taller.
So you're asking which one has more?
Which one has more, less, or are they the same?
This one has more. Because it's taller than this one.
I see. I'm going to put 2 rows
Okay.
of wood chips,
And what?
and I'm going to ask you some questions.
That's 3.
That is 3. 5, 6, 7. Declan, which row? Can you tell me a little about these 2 rows? Are they the same? Does one have less or more?
Let's see. One has more.
Which one has less?
This.
This side has less? This is row 1 and this is row 2. Are they the same? Are they different?
They look the same.
What about them looks the same?
They're both 2.
So they have an equal amount of chips.
This one has more.
That one has more
Yeah, and this one has less.
and that one has less.
Because this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I was counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The same amount. So it looks different, but it's actually
The same.
the same. This tray has counting chips. And I'm going to make 2 rows of chips. And I would like you to tell me if they are the same, if one has more than, less than, or they are equal. They are the same. Now I'm going to
That one has more.
this one has more, and which one has less? Now I'm going to move them again.
They're the same. They're not. They're in different order.
They're in different order.
That one is the biggest.
This one is the biggest one, and this one is
The smallest.
the smallest one. Now, I'm going to separate them. They're the same.
Piaget considered the concrete stage a major turning point in the child's cognitive development because it marks the beginning of logical or operational thought. This means the child can work things out internally in their head rather than physically try things out in the real world. Children can conserve number, mass, and weight. Conversation is the understanding that something stays the same in quantity even though its appearance changes. Okay, Solomon, so do you think that there's the same amount of water in these cups?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so I'm going to pour it, this one and this one. Okay, so now look at the cups. Do you think that there's more water in this glass or in this glass?
No, it's the same amount still.
Why is it the same?
This one's not as wide as this one.
this goes higher.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read some facts to you. It says, if you hit a glass with a hammer, the glass will break. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then this one says, Don hits a glass with a hammer. So what happened to the glass?
It broke.
Okay. Why did it break?
Because it's a hammer and glass shatters easily.
Okay. If you hit a glass with a feather, the glass will break.
No.
Why?
Because it's much lighter.
And this is the second rule. Don hit the glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
It was the same.
What
Unless
was the
you knocked
same?
the glass over.
What was the same?
The glass
So what happened to the glass?
stayed the same.
Did you hear what it says? Don hit the glass with a feather. So what happened to the glass?
Nothing.
Why do you think nothing happened?
Because the feather's super light.
Okay. Normal operational stage begins at approximately age 11 and lasts until adulthood. During this time, people develop the ability to think about abstract concepts and logically test hypotheses.
If you hit a glass with a hammer, the glass will break. Don hits a glass with a hammer. What happened to the glass?
It broke.
Why did the glass break?
He used the hammer.
If you hit the glass with a feather, the glass will break. That is a fact. Don hit the glass with a feather. What happened to the glass?
It broke.
Why did the glass break?
Because he used the feather.
Because he used a feather.
In conclusion, Piaget theorized that each stage of cognitive development provides the foundation for the next stage. He theorized that depending on one's cognitive developmental stage, one reasons and thinks a certain way. Piaget believed that development does not occur as a result of learning, but rather that true learning occurs primarily as a result of development. Based on this theory, those working with children and adults should understand cognitive developmental stages and use teaching materials and activities appropriate for the cognitive developmental stage to best facilitate learning.